Hello everyone, I'm going to go through a little bit about Labyrinth Through Time. Labyrinth Through Time is actually 6 divination systems all in one little compact tin. You do get a booklet with it, but if you're a little bit like me where sitting and reading is a problem, you also get a full video run through, which is basically what's in the book. So some people like to watch and learn, some people like to sit and study a book. Choice is yours. So you get both anyway. So Labyrinth Through Time was born out of 6 divination systems and charmcasting. So let's go through what are the 6 divinations. What's in the kit first is you get a mat, and the mat is a washable spandex and it is double-sided. This side is for the shorter general type readings. You can still use this side if you want for general type readings, but this one here is used for mediumship, timing, dice reading, charm casting, card reading, numerology. So the 6 systems in one is, well, the first being obvious, charm casting, so we can charm cast. The second is card reading, because this kit comes with 25 picture cards, and these picture cards are the same as what's pictured on the mat. Then it's also got 11 word cards, so do this, don't do this, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, pros, cons, hopes, fears, further advice on what is hidden. So they're also very, very handy. So you've got card reading. You have numbers, which is timings, but as well as timings, we have numerology. The alphabets are person, place, or thing if you are looking at it generalized, but if you are looking at numerology, every alphabet has a number energy. So we go into that in also the course. You also get with it, not my little mini Globesh purse, but you get a 12-sided dice, and this we use for timings, and again you can use them for numerology. And we also get a pendulum. So, and the pendulum is used for confirmation, yes and no's, is spirit here, and so on. So that's the basis of the kit. Now, a lady in our Facebook group, Cynthia Hargraves, who's a great reader, she has used the mat in recent times. Oops, I'll just get my knit needles to explain a little bit about how she uses it as a daily forecasting. So what she's done is she's divided up the circle like you would a teacup. And so she's gone into the 3 sections of a daily, which would be sort of morning to lunchtime through to dinner time, roughly dinner time through to the end of the evening. So you sort of got morning, afternoon, evening. That's if you were using this for timing as a daily reading. But when you are reading this for timing, say you're saying what's going on in my next 6 months, you would look at your times here where it goes up to 12, as in 12, you would say 12 weeks if you're only doing a time frame of 6 months. If you were saying what's going on in my next 3 months, your 12 weeks would be on the 3rd month, but it could also mean what's happening in 12 days' time. Because in timings, you could say 3 months, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. And it depends on the time frame intention that you have set. So if you turned around and said, what's going on in my next 6 months, and we had a scatter, so on here, these ones here would tell us in the time frame. This one here is outside the time frame, so that there would tell us it's outside of that 6 months. So, and here, you would look at the timings. Like this here, you've got scissors between 2 and 3. So it would tell us 2 days is something pivotal and important to look and listen. 2 weeks is, as is 2 months. Same goes here, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. And they're all pivotal moments. When I read a teacup and I say to someone, I can see something there, it's timing and it says the number 3, I would say, pay attention to everything that is around you 3 days from now. Same with 3 weeks, as is 3 months. So these are just moments to look, listen and be aware of what's going on. And it could be a conversation you hear in a cafe with a couple next to you and you're sitting there having a cup of tea on your own. But they may say something and a key word will trigger something in you. So it's like, be aware of what's going on around you on those pivotal days. Same goes up here. We've got this sitting on the 9. Here we're sort of in between the 10 and the 11. So again, you would look at that. But when you're reading like this, you would then look also what's the charms themselves. Scissors is something that means cutting through and healing. Teapot is about good discussions, communication, and it's sitting on the pipe, which tells me good discussions and communication with someone who's got wisdom and knowledge. Generally, a pipe is masculine energy. Up here, we've got the scales on the anchor, so it tells me something that is becoming a lot more stable and balanced to do with your grounding and your home life. You have monkey here on the rose. Rose is a feminine energy and usually a mature feminine energy. And you've got the monkey here on the 9. So it literally can be fun and laughter and some play with an intelligent older female in and around the 9 days, 9 weeks time. So because I said our time was 6 months, so we don't go into 9 months. You can then add more flavour by using your cards. So we can then say, okay, cross on the dollars. So that tells me there could be some difficulties or hardships around money. So we then can layer cards. And we've got dog and wisdom, so which literally means be loyal to what you do with the money and, again, think about things on a more calmer level rather than jumping in feet first. And, again, wisdom, knowledge and advice from somebody there. You can then bring in your word cards and it'll say, okay, what do I do and what don't I do? Now on those, you can then bring in more charms. So I can say, okay, do this, and then it'll tell me don't do this around money. So do this, we've got literally the heartbeat, and I've also got the bellows. So the bellows there would tell me add new life to something that is exciting. Don't do this. Key and the aeroplane would tell me literally don't book an impulsive trip. Plane is about changing directions very rapidly and the key is opening the door. So there would tell me keep following my own path and don't change directions in what I'm doing when it comes to the money and the financial matters. So then you can also, again, use your pendulum. You could turn around and say, okay, I've got my eye on a new, handbag, let's say a handbag or a purse. And I would then use my pendulum. Now, my pendulum, yes, is always swing anti-clockwise. So I'd look at that and say, should I buy that new purse? That's telling me yes. Mind you, I haven't got my eye on a new purse. So that would tell me yes. Then you can go over your pendulum over any symbol or any charm for extra confirmation. Your dice, again, adds numerology energy, but it also adds timing. So if I'm looking at the numerology energy there, I've got 12. So we round them down. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 is using creativity, learning to express yourself, opening up new avenues. So if I'm bringing in the new numerology energy to this, then it would say use my brain set in the creative mindset on working things out that may be a little complex, but again, don't be afraid to say what you feel. So it is quite involved, but then it's not involved at the same time, because you are using all simple symbology and you are doing them little by little. So it's a bit like a cream cake, I'd say, where you have lots of cake, lots of cream, extra cake, extra cream, and another layer upon layer. So you are layering. And it works both ways, even on the flip side of this. So, because on your flip side, you then have your set 8 subjects on there. So, let's have a look. On this side, we've got all the general subjects. And this side here, you can go through and you can do, okay, a random scatter to say, what do I need to know? You can then lay cards on those sections as well. Or you can go through your charms and you can simply pick out, without looking of course, 1 or 2 charms on each section. And you can go wherever you are drawn to, and it makes absolutely no difference. So that is Labyrinth Through Time. These are a full kit, and these are made here in Melbourne by me. They are my design. It is a trademark system that I branded a few years ago because I have so much faith in this system that I wanted it copyrighted and branded, because I know its capabilities are very, very big. So that is Labyrinth Through Time. The kit comes with everything except charms. In there I've got 2 charm kits. I've got the add-on charm and the starter charm, which is more than enough. There's 100 charms in that. The reason I don't put the charms in them, A, the extra cost, but there's also a lot of people who already have charm kits out there. So, and it makes no difference. So you can either use your own charms, my optional kits, whatever floats your boat. But that is Labyrinth Through Time, and it is a one-stop shop kit, all in this little tin. And this little tin is only, I think it's about 4.5 inches. Let me check. Oops. Yeah, 4.5 inch tin by 1.5 inch wide. And it's a screw lid, and the main reason I did it for a screw lid, because a lot of people put this in their travel kits or your work bag, and you can do readings on the run no matter where you are. So that is Labyrinth Through Time.